Alright, welcome back guys to another movie review, and today I watched the Syfy TV original Haunted High. I wanted to watch this movie because there's a guy on YouTube, Cool Duder, who is actually in this movie. And I've been watching his videos since probably 2008 or 9 or so. And he does movie reviews and stuff, but he also has the biggest DVD collection I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's crazy. He has every movie ever. Multiple copies, DVDs, VHS, Blu-rays and stuff, and he continues to add to it all the time. It's just an awesome collection of movies. But he's in this movie, and I think it's really cool how he started just doing these small movies and he's worked his way up, and now he's like on TV. And it was a sci-fi movie, so I don't want to be like too harsh in the review, because you know they do kind of put out all these crazy movies on the Sci-Fi Channel, like Giant Octopus versus Frankenshark or something like that, and they just make like the craziest movies. But I watched this one, and I have to admit I haven't seen a lot of the sci-fi movies. I've seen a few though, and I thought this one was pretty entertaining for what it was. I definitely have some stuff I want to mention in the video, but yeah, it wasn't bad, and it was really cool to see someone who I've watched on YouTube be on television. So that says a lot. And I thought he did a great job in this movie. But the description of the movie is something like the demonic headmaster, or a long dead demonic headmaster, returns to a New England private school, something like that. And it was kind of a goofy storyline here, I guess. It kind of felt in parts to me like an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? And it starts off with this kid, Quentin. He has these old coins from his grandfather, the original headmaster, and the teacher takes Quentin to the boiler room, which I thought was kind of weird. And Danny Trejo's in this movie. He plays the janitor, and he just watches this. And I was like, shouldn't he be suspicious about this, like teacher taking a student to the boiler room? But he gets him down there, and he tells him that he's obsessed with this cult that his grandfather was a part of, or the leader of, and he wants the coins. And he says something about how half of them were turned into rings as a way to enter the spirit world. It was pretty strange. But Quentin leaves, and he leaves the coin behind. He drops one of them, and the teacher picks it up. It turns red, and it opens up a portal, bringing back the old man, headmaster, grandfather, who's played by MC Gainey. You probably recognize him instantly. And he kills the teacher with a flying bookcase. So we see this bully who's picking on Sean C. Phillips' character, Blake, and this cool kid shows up. He's smoking a cigarette. He's like, I wouldn't do that if I were you. But anyway, he only saves Sean because he wants him to use his hacking skills to change his grade and some of his friends' grades on the school's computer. And Sean says something like, I'm not supposed to be near those computers, so apparently he was a hacker and was arrested. People in the school start seeing weird things, and we see the librarian getting cut in half. The floor kind of opens up and then sucks her in and then closes back. And then these kids who want Sean to change the grades, they go back to the school to sneak in. The prom committee's inside, and they climb in through the air vent. And this was pretty funny because Blake makes like a Die Hard reference, and I thought that was a good line. And one of them gets stuck in the vent, and the headmaster shows up and sets him on fire. Quentin goes back to the boiler room, finds the body of the teacher. Danny Trejo realizes that something's going on here. He does some magic spell out of a book, and this ghost appears, who turns out to be the ghost of his sister. And he knows that he has to stop the evil headmaster. He's got to stop the coins. And the ghost is going to try and help him, but he gets trapped in a closet. Two of the teachers get attacked by these evil frogs. In the biology room, they have to fight them off with scalpels. And the one teacher turns and says, what was that just now? And he says, Frankenfrogs. Come on, let's get them. Come on. And the first thing I'm thinking of when he says this is Ben Stiller in Starsky and Hutch. Do it. Do it. Because the way he said it, his delivery was just like that. But another guy gets crushed behind the bleachers. Another kid gets his mouth sewn shut. And Quentin is trying to find a way out, and they're locked into the school. The doors have been welded shut. The Frankenfrog guy gets his soul pulled out and trapped in the school's trophy case. Blake and the kid with the knife, the cool kid, find the kid with his mouth sewn shut. And they say he can't breathe. So I assume his nose has been broken too. I don't know, but his mouth was sewn shut, but his nose, he couldn't breathe. That's what happens here. So they try to use the knife and cut open the stitches, and of course, as soon as they cut them, they grow right back. So the kid eventually dies, he suffocates. Then the evil ghost finds another girl by, she kills her by screaming and making her head explode. And this kind of looked a little goofy to me. It reminded me of Cabal's fatality from Mortal Kombat 3, where he like pumps them up and then their head gets bigger and it looks all bloated and stuff. That's exactly what this reminded me of, but her head explodes. The headmaster kills another teacher with Star Wars Emperor Lightning and then shocks her to death. Quentin and the others get stuck to the floor with Nickelodeon slime, but they escape when Danny Trejo gets out of the closet. Another kid gets ripped apart by a total gym. Danny Trejo tries to help, but one of the girls sees him, freaks out, and basically beats his ass. It was kind of absurd, and then she later gets sucked down the toilet. So they send Blake and the gothic girl China to get some bandages for Danny Trejo, since this high school girl just kicked his ass. And Blake says, "I can't get those bandages. You're going to have to get those bandages." He was pretty funny in this movie. And the gothic girl gets her neck broke by the evil ghost, who uses a trombone on her and kind of bends it back and breaks her neck. And Blake tries to escape out the window, and he keeps ending up in the same room. And the walls close in on him, and he gets crushed. But I thought this was a good death, and he was screaming, "Help me, help me," and it was serious and everything, and I thought he did a great job with that. The rest decide that they have to destroy the coins to stop the headmaster, so they go to the science lab and they get some acid to dissolve the coins. And the bully and the kid with the knife, they try to fight the evil ghost, but they kind of die off camera. It was kind of a weak death there. Quentin goes to put the rings into acid, and his grandfather says, "No, acid's a bad trip." That was bad. But he then possesses Quentin's body. He stabs Danny Trejo, and Quentin is about to kill Whitney, and she kisses him, which causes him to stop. And the ghost of Danny Trejo pulls his spirit out of Quentin, and then pulls his heart out of his body through his stomach. And that was it. They killed the ghost, the headmaster, and Quentin and Whitney escaped the school. And that was it. I mean, it was, it was entertaining for what it was, and I didn't mind watching it. It was a fun little movie. So that's it, really. That's my review of Haunted High. I thought it was entertaining. If it comes on Syfy, set your DVR to watch it or watch it live. But yeah, I think it's a fun movie to check out. So that's it, guys. That's my review of Haunted High. Hope you liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this movie in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Bye.